we are pretty much confident that the light of the diyas will bring in a lot of knowledge, change, and positivity, and light, of course. We will thank all our dignitaries from HRANI and our board members for lighting the diya. And finally, we can say that we have beautifully started our day 3rd for the HRANI Convention. Now it's time to bring the first address, and that is going to be a presidential address. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because we are going to invite on the stage none other than the President HRANI, Mr. Ganesh Oberoi, for the presidential address. First, please put your hands together as we are welcoming on the stage Mr. Surendra Kumar Jaiswal, President UPHRA, Vice President FHRAI, and Honorary Secretary HRANI. Once again, a very, very warm welcome, sir. Good morning.
धन्यवाद। आपके बीच में कल हम लोग थे ही, and looking the today's gathering also, I am really very honored. HRANI is very, very honored. हमारे बीच में एक बहुत ही पुराने और बहुत ही मशहूर शेफ़ मौजूद हैं, ली मेरिडियन के शेफ़ देवेंद्र कुमार. ही इज़ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडियन culinary एसोसिएशन. Please give him a big hand, big hand. One of our very important board members, Mr. Animesh Kumar also, who heads now the Vindham group, he is also here. They are all very busy in their professional this thing. We are very delighted in welcoming him also. Please give a big hand for him also. And his team also. I am thankful to all the board members who are present here. Greater Noida एक बहुत ही difficult destination था हम लोगों के लिए, लेकिन आइडिया ये था कि यहाँ पर आने के बाद में जो आपका एग्जीबिशन है एरिया वो आप लोग देखें, और उसको देखने के बाद में जो आपको एडवांटेज है वो भी मिले. हमारे बीच में हमारे फेडरेशन ऑफ होटल रेस्टोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया के IHM के जो प्रिंसिपल हैं मिस्टर AK सिंह, आई थिंक ही इज़ ऑल्सो हेयर. प्लीज़ गिव हिम अ बिग हैंड. His students are also here. We have been interacting. Mr. AK Singh was in Lucknow. I belong to Lucknow. We have been interacting in how the students are also sitting at the back. So आप जब यहाँ से जाओ तो कुछ लेकर जाओ, आप यहाँ से जाओ तो कुछ सीख कर जाओ. और हमारा सिंह साहब से हमेशा यही एक रिक्वेस्ट रही है कि जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स आप अपने यहाँ से ट्रेन कर रहे हो, वो हमारे जितने भी बड़े ग्रुप्स हैं उनमें सब में आप उनको पहले जो है एम्प्लॉयमेंट दो और अच्छी एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिले. दिस इज़ माय स्ट्रेट इंस्ट्रक्शंस टू हिम. आपका ये सेशन जो आने वाला है इसमें 3:1 है. 3 इसमें लेडीज़ हैं और 1 जेंट है. ये ज़माना आगे आने वाला भी यही है. मैं अभी बात कर रहा तो विंदम ग्रुप की लेडी बैठी हुई हैं. मैं यही बात कर रहा था कि 5 साल बाद मुझे लगता है ये हाफ द हॉल जो है हम लोगों से भरा रहेगा, हाफ द हॉल आप लोगों से रहेगा. तो द टाइम हैज़ कम which the next generation has to take over these youngsters. It is lovely. Akanksha Singh, Ankita and Alvid, they are all very, very, very energetic. और इन बच्चों को हम लोगों को आगे बढ़ाना है. हमारे सारे बोर्ड मेंबर जो हैं वो भी इसी में हैं कि we have lighted the lamp, we have took the HRANI to such a level, we will take the HRANI to one of the topmost associations of India. आपकी जानकारी में HRANI इस समय सबसे ज़्यादा इवेंट, सबसे ज़्यादा काम जो है पूरे भारतवर्ष में जो है कर रही है। हमारी नेशनल बॉडी भी हमारे साथ में जुड़ी रहती है हर समय। हमारा काम है, जो हमारी यंग जनरेशन है जो तैयार हो रही है। और मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं, आप बच्चे, आप लोग बैठे हो, आने वाला फ्यूचर हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री का ही है। जितना राइज मैंने अपने जीवन में देखा है, कभी हम सोचते नहीं थे कि इतने बड़े बड़े पैकेजेस, इतनी बड़े बड़े फैसिलिटीज़ कोई दूसरी इंडस्ट्री आपको दे सकती है। आपका खाना फ्री, आपका रहना फ्री, आपका एटमॉस्फेयर इतना अच्छा है। तो हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री जो एक सबसे लास्ट जो है माना जाता था, आज की तारीख में जो मैं देख रहा हूँ कि लोग हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री की तरफ जो है बच्चों का प्रेफरेंस बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है अब, बिकॉज दिस इंडस्ट्री कैन टेक यू टू एनी लेवल। इट ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन यू, हाउ मच कैन यू वर्क एंड हाउ डेडिकेटेड आर इन योर सब्जेक्ट। मैं ज़्यादा शब्द नहीं बोलूँगा बिकॉज सेशंस आपके ऑलरेडी 15-20 मिनट लेट हो चुके हैं एंड लवली सेशंस आर कमिंग। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, Mr. Jaiswal, for such inspiring words. I would say that your presence is a testament for passion and commitment for this cause. Ladies and gentlemen, after this energetic welcome, please help me welcoming the President HRANI on the stage. With a huge round of applause, we are welcoming Mr. Garish Oberoi to deliver the presidential address. A very, very warm welcome, sir, and a very good morning.
Welcome to the second day of third HRANI Convention. I would like to specially acknowledge my esteemed colleagues from Management Committee of HRANI, friends from the media, esteemed hoteliers, restaurateurs, and delegates present. Reflecting on yesterday, I must say day one was truly inspiring and insightful. We witnessed thought-provoking discussions, engaging presentations, invaluable networking opportunities. The energy and enthusiasm in the room was resounding. It was heartening to see so many industry leaders sharing their knowledge and vision for the future of hospitality and tourism in India. I want to extend my gratitude to all the speakers, panelists, participants who contributed to making yesterday a resounding success. As we move into day two, we have equally exciting lineup of events planned. Today, we will continue to delve into critical topics that are shaping our industry. We have a series of panel discussions where experts will shed lights on latest trends, challenges, and opportunities in hospitality and tourism sector. These sessions are designed to provide actionable insights and strategies that can help us navigate and evolve into this landscape and stay ahead of the curve. We will have panel discussions which will cover a range of topics from innovative technologies to sustainable practices, offering a comprehensive view of the current state and future direction of our industry. In addition to panel discussion, we will have several presentations that promise to be both informative and inspiring. Furthermore, today we will be recognizing excellence in our hospitality through our prestigious award ceremony. This is an opportunity to celebrate the achievement of individuals and organizations that have set new standards of excellence and made significant contributions to the growth and success of hospitality in India. As we embark on the day, learning, sharing, connecting, I engage you to make most of these opportunities. Engage with the speakers, participate in the discussions, and connect with your peers. The relationships and insight you gain here have a lasting impact on your professional journey and contribute to the collective growth of the industry. Thank you all for being here and for your continued commitment to excellence in hospitality and tourism. Let's make day two as impactful and as memorable as we did yesterday. So have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oberoi, for setting the tone for the day with a huge round of applause on the stage. The special thing about this panel discussion is it's women empowered because all our panelists are female. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Ankita Jaiswal, Chairperson, Sustainable Tourism Committee, HRANI and UPHRA, and Director, Ramada Plaza and Ramada Encore, Lucknow. A very, very warm welcome, ma'am. Miss Akanksha Singh, Global Sustainability Manager, Radisson Hotel Group. Keep applauding. And Miss Avni Tripathi, Director, Ahana, the Corbett Wilderness.
Radisson. And then we have Avni, who've done a lot of work on sustainability in a property called Ahana Corbett. I've been chairing sustainable tourism, art and craft and water conservation for Uttar Pradesh Hotel and Restaurant Association in Northern India very proudly. I'll start my session with a quote in Sanskrit which says, Satat Paryatan Yat Pragati Sanskriti Samrakshate Sada Sthir Bhavishati. If I translate it, it means sustainable tourism preserves nature, culture, and heritage, ensuring it remains enduring forever. Make it more simpler, ensuring that it remains protected for a future generation. And that is for what we all are here, so that very mindfully take it ahead. When we talk about sustainable tourism, there are a lot of pillars that bind it together. I'll bring you through a few of them and talk on two of them in a more subjective way. Starting from reducing, reusing, recycle, which is very important. I'm sure you all must have heard that and been practicing in your hotels and restaurants when it comes to quitting plastic, which is not only dangerous for our health, but also causing a lot of global warming around. Then reducing carbon footprint as and when we can. Also incorporating local crafts, which not only give a lot of employment, but also bring the culture of your city and state to your respective properties. So whether you are people who are having hotels or restaurants, or who are thinking of bringing along, taking my inspiration on this topic from yesterday's session and speeches by the dignitaries, they really emphasized a lot on agri-tourism, rural tourism, religious and spiritual tourism. Let me tell you, the further we go, you'll understand that all these things are a byproduct of sustainable tourism, and how, if we act together, it will benefit all of us. Now, when we talk about local craft in cities, if you actually incorporate and decorate the places, the public places with hotels and restaurants are, it provides huge employment. And when you do that, it brings in a lot of culture to your place, inviting a lot of foreigners. I'd like to show you a video where we've taken inspiration from chicken curry, since I'm from Lucknow. When you watch this, please understand that chicken curry is just an example where we have shown that if you are able to support one craft of your city and state, you will provide not only employment to thousands of people, but beautifying your place, certainly attracting a lot of foreigners in a more sustainable way. So straightforward, I'll take you to the video first, please.
In the heart of Lucknow's cultural tapestry, meet a community that's preserving tradition, nurturing artistry, and embracing sustainability. These artisans are the custodians of chicken curry, a craft that's been passed down through generations. Enter the world of exquisite collaboration as these artisans connect with boutique hotels and properties. Their craft tells stories of their heritage, and now it finds a new home in these beautiful spaces.
Chicken curry is not just wearable and decorative, it's a piece of history woven into ambience.
It's not just about art, it's about environment too. They are embracing eco-friendly materials and techniques, ensuring Their art doesn't harm the planet we love.
This effort shows how art and sustainability can thrive hand in hand, inspiring us all.
Together, they are stitching a narrative of tradition, innovation, and environmental responsibility. In the alleys of Lucknow, a legacy lives on, embracing the future while honoring the past. The artisans, the art, and the environment intertwined in a harmonious dance of creativity and conscience.
So yes, that was a brief on how chicken curry, which is a craft which supports more than 100 women artisans, can be incorporating it not only into the decor of your hotel, but also an utility item. The products were from Brio. Brio is an initiative which we started to support artisans and farmers. And in a very similar way, you can also start any initiative which not only provides a lot of employment, but helps your hotel beautify. In fact, I've come up with a coffee table book which incorporates almost all of the crafts of UP, which not only has chicken curry, Ari Zardozi, Muradabad brass work, there is marble from Agra, there is ceramic work. So lovely pieces which can throw an idea of how you can beautify your hotel using your local crafts and artisans. Now when I was showing this, there's one more point on this is yesterday there were talks about we can also come up with museum tourism. This is what actually it represents. When you're going to incorporate a lot of your local crafts, culture, you will be able to interact with the artisans in a very sustainable way, and you can create a place where the foreigners or the people coming to your hotels can actually get a feel of your city. Now, if we talk about another pillar of sustainability, which is reviving seasonal, local, traditional crops, and especially since last year, millet was the grain of the year, announced as HRANI by Honorable Prime Minister. We interacted with Ministry of Agriculture, with a lot of farmers and a lot of farmer producer organization to bridge the gap between hoteliers and everybody related to agriculture. I hope everybody sitting here understands how important agriculture is to all of us. And in a way, everything that is unprocessed, unrefined has become luxury in today's time. There were a lot of discrepancies and questions yesterday when it came about if you're reviving traditional recipes, if you're trying to bring in those to the plate, to the people of today, what about the prices? So I completely believe if people like me, you, and everybody here who's thinking about joining tourism or hospitality, if we increase the demand of everything that is sustainable, from local, seasonal, traditional, handmade, handcrafted, certainly the supply will also go up and the prices will come down. My second video represents a hard work which we did by interacting with a lot of farmers. I personally with the team visited a lot of farms, and let me tell you, it was unbearable to even stand for 2 minutes in that scorching heat. So please, understanding the food that you get on the table, we really need to increase the nutrient value of it and help our farmers in a big way, which will certainly help us. For that, we also came up with a book for the help of everybody, which is called Ahara Shuddhi, which has almost 30 to 40 recipes on millets, which you can incorporate in your meals. It has really helped us in giving an insight of how our traditional crops, and especially millets, can go a long way in sustaining a sustainable tourism. Everywhere where you travel abroad, you like to experience their culture, their food. And this is exactly what I want from all of us sitting here, when everybody coming to India or coming to your respective cities, experience our culture, our food, our craft. Second video represents the importance of our traditional crop, especially Shri Anya, and how it can be incorporated in tourism.
यह उपस्थित थे और इनका उल्लेख हमारे वेदों में भी मिलता है।
जब हमारी सिंधु घाटी सभ्यता थी उस समय भी अगर सबूत देखा गया तो उस समय भी श्री अन्न की खेती हुआ करती थी और हमारे जो पुरखे थे, जो पुराने लोग, वो भी श्री अन्न की खेती करते थे, जिसमें ज्वार था, बाजरा था, सांवा था, कोदो था, रागी था, चेना था, कंगनी था। ये सभी हमारे जो पुराने गांव घर के लोग थे वो करते थे। और धीरे धीरे हमने, जब हरित क्रांति आई उस समय हमने इसको धीरे धीरे पीछे कर दिया और हम गेहूं धान की तरफ चले आए उत्पादन के।
श्री अन्न पोषक तत्वों का एक पावर हाउस है। ये प्रोटीन, फाइबर और आवश्यक खनिजों से भरपूर हैं, जो इनको संतुलित आहार के लिए एक आदर्श विकल्प बनाते हैं।
मिलेट या श्री अन्न, या जैसे हमारे किसान इसे मोटा अनाज भी कहते हैं, एक बहुत ही शक्तिशील अनाज है। इसमें हमारे शरीर को पूरी तरीके से स्वस्थ रखने की ताकत है। डिफ़िकल्ट सर्कमस्टांसेस में भी ये हमारे किसानों को एक सस्टेनेबल इनकम प्रोवाइड करता है। मेरा एक सुझाव है कि हमारे गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स और नॉलेजेबल साइंटिस्ट अगर हमारे किसानों को इसके ट्रेडिशनल और सस्टेनेबल मेथड्स ऑफ ग्रोइंग के बारे में अवेयर कराएं, तो हमारे किसान ना कि इसके आटे बना सकते हैं बट एक सेकेंडरी बाय प्रोडक्ट भी बना सकते हैं, जैसे कि बड़ी, पापड़, चिवड़ा, और इसे बना के आसपास के दुकानों में और डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर्स में इजीली अवेलेबल कर सकते हैं।
अब जब मिलेट्स दोबारा पूरी दुनिया में पोषण वैल्यू के कारण चर्चा का विषय बन गए हैं, तो ऐसे में भारत का महत्व तो बढ़ जाता है, क्योंकि भारत दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा मिलेट उत्पादक देश है और प्राचीन काल से ही किसान यहाँ मिलेट्स की खेती करते आ रहे हैं। अब तक वह मुख्यतः इसकी खेती अपने भोजन और साथ में पशुओं के चारे के उपयोग के लिए करते थे, परंतु अब समय आ गया है जब किसान इसका व्यावसायिक पक्ष भी समझें और इसे अधिक से अधिक मात्रा में अपने खेतों में उगाना शुरू करें।
मैं विगत 5 वर्षों से रागी की खेती करता आ रहा हूँ। लगभग 1 एकड़ में 12 से 15 कुंटल पैदावार मुझको मिल जाती है। अब की बार मैं गया दिल्ली मेले में, पूछा, वहाँ देखा कि वहाँ इसी योजना यही चल रही है। मैंने सोचा क्यों नहीं इसको बढ़ावा दिया जाए। मैं ज़्यादा अपने रकबे में नर्सरी डलवाई, अपने 4-5 साथी को इसकी जो है बुआई रुपाई करवाई और उनका भी फसल बढ़िया है, मेरी भी फसल बढ़िया है, तो मैं इससे बहुत प्रेरित हूँ।
साथ ही इस बात को भी समझने की जरूरत है कि किसान इसकी खेती को सस्टेनेबल तरीके से आगे बढ़ाएं, जिसमें न्यूनतम कीटनाशक और खाद का प्रयोग करें ताकि इसका प्राकृतिक पोषण बना रहे। आज किसानों के लिए संभावनाओं के बड़े द्वार खुल रहे हैं। अगर वह इन संभावनाओं को अवसर में बदल सकता है तो वह श्री अन्न से बने विभिन्न उत्पादों का निर्माण कर उन्हें बाजार तक पहुंचा सकता है, जिससे उसकी आय में वृद्धि होगी। चूंकि मिलेट्स सस्टेनेबल फूड के रूप में अपना स्थान बना रहे हैं, इसलिए इनके प्रोसेसिंग और पैकेजिंग को भी सस्टेनेबल तरीके से किया जाना जरूरी है, जिससे आगे जाकर ये पर्यावरण के लिए हानिकारक न बने।
हम इसके 3rd बाय प्रोडक्ट्स बना सकते हैं, जैसे कि रागी सेव नमकीन, ज्वार समोसा, बाजरा मुठिया, लेकिन इस बात का ध्यान रखें कि ये सस्टेनेबली और बायोडिग्रेडेबली पैक्ड हो। इसमें ऐसे कोई भी पदार्थ, पेस्टिसाइड, केमिकल्स, एसिडिटी रेगुलेटर्स ना पड़े हों जो हमारे शरीर या वातावरण को हार्म करें। कंज्यूमर्स आसपास के मिलेट फार्म का भी विजिट कर सकते हैं, जिससे ना कि वो मिलेट के न्यूट्रिएंट वैल्यू को जानेंगे, बल्कि हमारे किसानों के ट्रेडिशनल और सस्टेनेबल ग्रोइंग मेथड्स को भी समझेंगे। श्री अन्न को हम मिड डे मील्स में इंक्लूड करके हज़ारों बच्चों तक इसके पावरफुल न्यूट्रिएंट्स को पहुंचा सकते हैं। ऑनलाइन पोर्टल से बात करके इनके इंडिविजुअल इटर्नरीज में आसपास के मिलेट फार्म्स का विजिट करा के हज़ारों करोड़ों लोगों तक पहुंच सकते हैं। अंत में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि श्री अन्न का स्वागत करते हुए, हमारे किसानों को स्वतंत्र बनाते हुए एक स्वस्थ और प्रगतिशील भारत की ओर हमारा एक मजबूत कदम है। So yes, thank you for the patience. And let me tell you that almost every one of us who travels to any hotels and restaurants are now either gluten intolerant or anything to do with health and has a lot of health preference where we want to eat this and not this. This will certainly help you. Plus, any visit to the farms by the hotels and cafe will attract a lot of foreigners to your places. In the end of continuing with the sustainable tourism, I would in the end like to say that even if we talk about reducing carbon footprint, solar panels, water conservation, local food, traditional crops, one thing will come on top is educating. Educating everybody in your hotel, in your restaurant, and understanding that this is a chain. Sustainability, like said before also, is not a trend, it's a way of life. And only when in businesses and hotels we be sustainable, we'll go a long way. So I would now like to call Mr. Vivek Jain, who will be throwing a lot of light on ecotourism by Uttar Pradesh.
Hello. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Maybe it's good afternoon now. Good afternoon, everyone. I first of all would like to thank all the participants here, the dignitaries here, whosoever is involved with the event to make me come to this place and say what I want to say. I'll basically come to the agenda. I am here for the purpose of networking. We at Ecotourism, UP Ecotourism Development Board have been doing a lot of work. I would like to come directly to the point that we want the participation from all of us, be it a partner in hospitality or tourism industry, be it a student, be it anybody who is involved with the work of tourism and development. So can you please have presentation? How is tourism being placed? So tourism and trade contributes 9.1% of the global tourism. Leisure tourism accounts for more than 80% of tourists. Greenhouse emission is about 5%. This is all the data that I would like to. Importance of ecotourism and sustainable tourism, I have highlighted a couple of them. They are much more. What is meant by sustainable tourism? Any tourism that preserves or enhances social, cultural, and environmental capital. That, to the understanding, is, and ecotourism is a great answer to that. So ecotourism, with this objective in mind, Ecotourism Board was constituted in the year 2022, August 22. So we have participation from all the other, many other departments like agriculture, horticulture, sports, transport, and all elite department. The main purpose was to promote ecotourism in the state. So we work under the ambit of Department of Tourism, and we are chaired by the Honorable CM. The chairperson of the board is Honorable CM. So this is all about what I'll actually come to this. I'll like to present what we are doing. How can we collaborate? So first of all, I'd like to present a brief of what is there in Uttar Pradesh for ecotourism. So we have 1 national park, 11 wildlife sanctuaries, 24 bird sanctuaries and all. So these are all datas. So this is all the circuits that we are having. We have Amangarh, that is a buffer for Jim Corbett. So we have good sighting there. We have Terai circuit, Tiger Terai circuit. We have Lion Safaris, one of the largest in the world, bear rescue center at Agra, so lion breeding center at Itawa. So these are all the circuits. We have so much to have in our platter for ecotourism. That is all I wanted to showcase. This is the advantage of UP. We are well placed. How can we promote ecotourism? And tourism per se, particularly I'll talk about ecotourism, but anything that is for tourism, sustainable tourism, we'll like to take that also. So in the past 2 years, what work we have done, we have conducted 6 to 7 curated tours. To name a few, here we have conducted. And what we intend to conduct in this coming year, we have proposed curated tours. The purpose of These tours are to engage with the youth, to educate them about ecotourism. So some of you must have attended this event, Samvad. It was a basic interactive program that eventually was a mega success, and it was a great event that we conducted this year. We conduct FAM tours also, and we called international delegates, operators, tour operators for this tour. So this is the tour, that FAM tour we organized. We are got 3 awards in the top event, and it was a great achievement that UP bagged 3 awards in the top event, Tiger event. So apart from this, we also, some events we conduct ourselves. Other events, what we do, we act as a sponsor also. We support events. So Haidarpur Wetland, we supported. Vijay Sagar, Mohoba, we supported. Pilibhit, Eco Mahotsav, we had this event also. This is to showcase what we are doing. As when you will understand what we are doing, then we'll be able to better understand how we can collaborate. The main purpose of showcasing all this is to look forward to a future collaboration that will be a win-win situation for both of us. WII came to us, we had a MOU with it. This was also for the creation and conservation of Ganga River, and creation of jobs there. So we have a MOU with Birbal Sahni Institute, so to promote geotourism. So, and Make My Trip also, Easy My Trip also, we have an MOU. Make My Trip DOT is having MOU, Easy My Trip Ecotourism Board have an MOU. We have floated and successfully closed a couple of tenders in the last year. We want to list Salkhan as a World Heritage Site at UNESCO. Last what I remember, Taj Mahal and Fatehpur Sikri, maybe in 1985 or so, we have not got listed, but then this is the initiative that we are taking, that to list Sonbhadra Fossil Park as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We have appointed an agency and will be going for the tentative listing. We have closed a tender for operation of heli services from Lucknow to Dudhwa. So this is also one of its kind to promote ecotourism. Sites, connectivity is one of the key issues, so we have got agency appointed for this heli services operation. The LOA has been awarded. We are soon to commence this operation. Apart from this, we are having a comprehensive web portal also. So manpower recruitment and all, because tourism is a manpower intensive industry. So we understand the importance of manpower, and for that we are hiring manpower at different levels. So this is all. Why am I telling all this? Because this is what I want a collaboration of its kind. Some I have highlighted. You can be a EPC partner, you have money, you want to invest, we can give you a EPC contract. You can be a development partner, you can come, you can develop, we'll finance the project. You can be a development financer, you can come as a concessionaire also, you can develop and operate also. We are ourselves doing some work, and I'll showcase that also in the subsequent slides. So we have operation. If agency is not having much of capital, he can join us as an operation partner also. If has the expertise, we invite all the operational partners to operate our facilities that we have developed, or we intend to develop, we will be developing. We want partners who can operate those facilities. That can be a facility that will be near to dam, that can be an adventure facility, that as a financing partner, as a strategic partner also, and knowledge partner. Knowledge partner, as I told, we have appointed agency for listing Salkhan at UNESCO World Heritage Site. So we have a knowledge partner there. So they'll help us. So that way, if you are knowledge partner, So models also, we have highlighted a couple of models. You want grant, we can provide VGF. If you want an agency, you find a project to be viable, you want to give premium, we can ask for a premium. Revenue sharing model, though not recommended in government, we can go look forward to revenue sharing models. If you want, you see a project is capital intensive, you would like capital support, we'll give in the form of VGF. If you would like, you are having capital rich, you are having capital and you want an O&M support, we can provide O&M support. There can be performance-based financing where the service level benchmarks are set, and once that service levels are achieved, we can finance that project. You can go in for fixed grant. You want a fixed grant, you don't want a VGF, we can provide that also. All these models we are working. Annual lease model, BOT is a well-known concept. We can have different form of BOT, BBOT, DBFOT, all those concepts we can have. HAM model is also there that we are working on. We'll partly be a partner to the capital needed for the project. 50% we'll provide, 50% can be brought by the private party. So that is all the model. Other innovative models, we can structure the project as per the demand of the private agency. So this is all we can do. We are open to the needs. So what we are doing, I'll showcase that. For this promoting ecotourism in the state, we are procuring land. We are resuming land. So this is to highlight few of the land. We can have a detailed discussion on the land, that potential land one is interested of. So we can have a detailed discussion. This is not the right stage. We can at later point in time, we can discuss in depth on the land. What are we proposing to develop? How can we collaborate together? Even having said that, if you have some land parcels in mind where you feel that we can come in as a partner and develop, we'll be happy to be partner and we'll find ways and means to collaborate. So these are the land that we are procuring, and it is in the advanced stage. The proposal has been sent to cabinet. Banda, we are procuring land. This is also to promote one of the facilities there. Kishanpur, we are procuring land. Aligarh, we are procuring land. Hardoi, we are working on for procuring land. So these are all eco sites that was highlighted and identified as a potential ecotourism development site, and we are on the way and we are working for procuring the land. So we have identified certain potential lands for PPP development also, public-private partnership mode also. So these are the locations: Ranipur, Dudhwa, Shada Barrage, Sogi Barwa, Amangarh Tiger Reserves. So these are the potential land that we have identified, and we are some of the lands are with the Department of Tourism. So Chitrakoot being one of them, it is in the transition state. It is a revenue land that we are procuring from a revenue department. It is a 91 acres land, a big patch of land. Dudhwa, Chandan Chowki, this land is with the Department of Tourism. Anybody interested, we'll have a detailed discussion. We want to monetize this land and come up with a tented accommodation facility, because this is land adjoining the forest boundary. It is a very prime location, but there will be restrictions on development. So, but tented accommodation can be thought of if somebody wants, because Dudhwa is one of the national parks. We are having only one that we are having, and it is a, we are the privileged to have single horned rhino after Assam. Only UP has, and that we are having at Dudhwa. So it is and it is untouched, non-commercialized, eco-friendly potential of ecotourism is there. So this is what the land coordinates and details are. We can have a detail. I'll share this presentation. I'll share my mobile number also, WhatsApp. Anybody who is interested, we'll share the presentation, and then we can have a detailed discussion at later point in time. This is a Sarda Barrage. It is a land that is having a water body. We can have water activities. It is also near Chandan Chowki. Chitrakoot, we are having a land. It's a big parcel of land. Sogi Barwa, here we have, we are looking forward to eco lodges, tree huts, nature trails. Sogi Barwa. So these are all the land. Amangarh Tiger Reserve, we are also having a land. We want to give it for on PPP for 30 years. So these are all the Chandan Chowki. As I told, we are looking forward to have a tented accommodation, tent city there. So it will be a kind of a 50 luxury tent we want. And during the operation, when the park is open, agency, the operator can operate this tent city. We are monetizing Rajdari, Devdari assets also. We are looking forward to operators. We have a rest house at Rajdari, wherein we have a dormitory and facilities like canteen, cycle track. So these are for the people. We have everything for all grade of investors. So somebody who want to be a knowledge partner, somebody who's capital rich, somebody who is capital who don't want to invest much, that also we are having. So we have all level of projects, all kinds of projects. So and we can curate the project also as per the need of the operator or interest of the operator and agency. These are the operation maintenance project that we are working on. We have developed a couple of new tourism destination eco infra projects. I'll run through because there are a lot that we are doing, and it will take a lot of time, but I'll run through. This is a Kakraval waterfall, Lalitpur we are developing, Chitrakoot we are developing, Arjun Dam, Mohoba we are developing. It's a land parcel just adjacent to the dam. Gunta Dam we are developing, Darban Jheel. These are very prime locations and very eco-friendly location, and wherein if we develop a eco-tourism, we have developed, if we some of them are in progress also, it will be developed in a year time. So we want good operators to operate these projects, because then it will be a self-sustainable project for financial sustainability. Though sustainable ecotourism, we talk more of the environmental, socio-culture sustainability, but without financial sustainability, I don't feel we are in the position to have that concept. We, being a development agency, we will try for that, but both we will have to find a kind of an optimal solution wherein both go hand in hand. So that is all the lands. I'll share these lands, Nichlol and all, Balia, Hathras. There are very many lands. Some new projects also we are conceptualizing, that is in the architectural stage, design stage. Anybody who wants to come in and want to be a partner, that can come, so that the project is designed as per the need of the operator, the agency that will operate. Then it will be a kind of that teething problem, or that will we will be able to overcome that. So that Garmau Jheel, Jhansi, we are working, Sitapur. This is a very good project, Sitapur Vedaranyam. That is also a good project. Nature Park we are developing. We are supporting the operators who are doing their own investment. They are, see, that what was my point. We are not only looking forward to investment. If you are doing something yourself, you are investing the capital, you are operating, and you are doing everything yourself, then also we will, to the best extent possible, if possible, we will help you. So this is the example that we want to showcase. This Gulmohar Resort, Udaipur, they have developed the resort themselves. They are working, but then at various platforms and various portals, we have placed them and we have tried to market them. So we are marketing this Camp Lily Tiger. There was a felicitation that was done. We got them awarded through the Honorable CM. So this will help them to market their facility. So the intent is, in whatsoever way possible, we are with the open arms. We want you to come and discuss. The students and the youth sitting behind, that if they have something that they can share, knowledge and all also is welcome. So My Mom's Village, Mela Kothi, Earth Homes, so rural tourism also. Some interventions are in progress. We are in the process of signing MOU with Northern Coal Field Limited for mining tourism. So whatsoever comes to our knowledge, we work for that, and we being the knowledge partner to the board and the Department of Tourism. So we are organizing nature guide program, and this is not a guide program that is in-house. We have hired agency experts who will provide this practical based nice guide training program. And one of the big projects that we are now working on, we intend to operate now a train from Melani to Nanpara in Dudhwa. So this was operational a couple of years back, but then it was stopped due to some RTI and all. So now we are working, and we are working to begin this. So these are all that we are doing. We are appointing district tourism consultants, as I told, manpower intensive. We intend to impanel tool operators also, and it is a empanelment wherein we'll call for the operators, they'll provide their itineraries. There will not be a predefined itinerary. Once we predefine an itinerary, then the operator may or may not find it financially viable. So we are having a tender that will be floated, that operators will have their itineraries, they'll give an itineraries. We'll see that that itinerary should have a flavor of UP. If it is having a flavor of UP, even if it is having MP or other adjoining states also, that is not an issue. We'll showcase those itineraries on our web portal. We are having a comprehensive web portal design. It will be designed and a mobile application also in a year time. We'll be a partner to those and we'll help them. This is all. This is my contact number. So my agenda basically was, and I have to have a networking done and to showcase what we have done, and I look forward to your suggestions and how we can collaborate. Whatever comes to your mind, I'll be happy to hear. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Informative. One thing I had in my mind is, and where again sustainability comes, is to value the Indus Valley civilization architecture, which holds so much significance in today's time. And if incorporated with the modern architecture, it can be a boom, because every place, every village, every resort, or we're trying to come up with, or other people, it's very important that you're able to not only construct it in a sustainable way, but bring in the sustainable crops, the food, the culture, the education, and then take it further, because the idea is about a sustainable business. So I'm happy that the government is making efforts there to take it forward. Now we'd like to hear from Avni, who's Ahana Property and Corbett, and we'll hand over the mic to her. Yeah, sure. A big round of applause for her.
I have a presentation that I would like to show.
Can you please start the presentation?
Namaskar, aap sabhi ko, and a very good afternoon as well. My name is Avni, and today I will be talking about re-envisioning sustainable tourism in India. For this, I will pose Ahana Resort as a case study on sustainable tourism in Uttarakhand. Ahana Resort is a luxury boutique resort which is in Jim Corbett National Park, that is 4.5 hours away from Delhi. I will be focusing on Uttarakhand to sort of give this example of a case study. Uttarakhand is the lungs of India with 72% forest cover, very close proximity to glaciers, and almost 15 to 20-minute distance from the Himalayas. It is Dev Bhumi, where every year millions of people come for holy pilgrimages, for traveling, for tourism, and various holy rivers originate from this, like Ganga and Saraswati. So I think that combined with its amazing weather, combined with its natural beauty and its biodiversity, and the fact that it is an eco-sensitive area, it becomes very important for us to protect it. In addition to that, Jim Corbett National Park is Asia's oldest and India's most revered wildlife destination. It is a very high concentration of bird species, mammals, reptiles, beautiful landscapes, breathtaking sceneries, and of course, a very high concentration of the Royal Bengal tiger. And for us, being so close to the Jim Corbett National Park, it becomes very important that we find ways to protect wildlife, protect vulnerable communities, and the forests that we all thrive in. The legacy of Ahana is rooted in my grandfather and my uncle's fight for freedom for this country, his land, and for his people. Inspired by him, my father has always wanted to root Ahana in sustainability. It began as a land restoration project with 13.5 barren acres, complete barren acre of land turned and brought back to life. So if you see, there's a photo on the top with barely any trees and an environment, and today that is what Ahana looks like with 4,000 trees that we have planted ourselves. So our goal at Ahana has always been to redefine luxury hospitality with warmth, extraordinary experiences, and an unwavering commitment to ethical and sustainable excellence. So at times when luxury is at odds with sustainability, we have created a model where we hope to inspire people and show them that luxury does not have to be a zero-sum game, that it can be financially feasible and also a better practice to involve. It is the right way of doing things. I'd like to talk about some of our initiatives. What makes us sustainable? One of our core initiatives is water management. We do that in two ways. One, through our root zone treatment plant, which is an alternative to sewage treatment plants. So our root zone treatment plant is the largest in Asia. It is an all-natural plant that requires no chemical and no energy. And how it works is essentially that the roots of cane plant absorb all the nitrogenous waste. So all the wastewater from the resort, whether it is rooms or kitchens, is all directed into this plant where it is all filtered and we get clean water without any chemical usage. With a very small filtration process, this will become clean water that can be used for drinking purposes as well. And what impact do we make from this? Every year, approximately, we have 1.5 crore liters of water that gets recycled. Now, to give you an example of what that looks like, you can shower 4 lakh times with that amount of water. And as per our water harvesting, we collect rainwater from rooftops, and we filter it 4 times, and then we discharge it into a 130 feet deep bore, essentially to recharge the groundwater table. And the impact with this is approximately 4 to 7 lakh liters, depending on annual rainfall. And now, if I have to give you an example for what impact that makes, almost 750 people in an entire year can sort of drink that water and sustain themselves. So we're saving that amount of water just by harvesting rainwater. Another core initiative of ours is 100% waste management. We do that by reducing, reusing, recycling, and composting. And when I said that sustainability does not have to be a zero-sum game, essentially what that means is through our recycling project, we generated 2 lakh last year in our fund, which we added to our employee welfare fund in order to educate them and financially incentivize the staff not only to practice waste management within the resort, but in their homes and in the village. We also composted 50,000 kgs of waste, of organic waste, which was converted into nutrient-rich manure, which is then used in our very own organic farms, and the surplus is distributed to farmers nearby. But that's not all we do when it comes to sustainability. We have other core pillars of our sustainability. We conserve energy using high transmission lines. Our resort is constructed in a way where we receive natural sunlight in order to minimize energy use. We also rely on LEDs, we rely on solar energy for heating. And the resort is also only 20% of built-up area, so rest 80% remains permeable, so that at any point of time, groundwater is getting recharged naturally. We also repurpose most of the wood that has been used inside the resort comes from Gujarat, shipbreaking along specifically. And we also try to source our materials locally. So we can confidently say that today in Jim Corbett National Park, we stand as a testament to land restoration and protection of resources, but that would not be complete without social justice. It is important for growth to be intertwined with community. For the last 8 years, my sister has ran an initiative in Jim Corbett called Clean Corbett, Green Corbett. And essentially, we run cleanliness drives with children in the village, specifically government school children, to educate them on the importance of keeping their homes clean, keeping their cities clean, and hoping that we will keep this country clean. When you come to Ahana, you are truly welcomed into a home because 97% of our staff comes from local communities. So they truly practice Atiti Deva Bhava, where they welcome you as a guest into their home. We also source locally. We have tried to create a circular economy by supporting local farmers and buying locally from them. We also like to support the art and culture that comes with our Kumaoni tradition. So whether that is through Airpan art, that is through pottery lessons given to children, organic farming that we show adults and children both, our farm-to-folk experiences, or through Kumaoni folk dances that we perform. Now I would like to show you the other side of sustainability and to show you that it is possible to have luxury and sustainability seamlessly combined. Lux Living at Ahana. We ensure that our experience is packed with an unparalleled luxurious experience, but at the same time minimizing an impact that a traveler would make. We are coming to a point where people are becoming more conscious of their environmental impact, and we try to minimize that for every traveler. I would like to show you our latest addition. We have launched first of its kind pool villas with their own private pool, temperature control pools. And even here, these are designed for those who command the extraordinary. With every room, you have a jacuzzi, hydrotherapy chair, air spas, but at the same time, we use state-of-art technology that combines the element of sustainability into this. So while we have guests that enjoy their private pools, they enjoy heritage host services, personalized experiences, we ensure that their carbon footprint is again minimized. Our Clear Pro filtration technology not only gives you 6 times the clarity for water, but it also reduces chemical usage by 80%. So our guests get a very organic, natural experience swimming in the pool. Along with that, our eco filter reduces water wastage by 90%. So here I would like to reiterate my point. We can provide the epitome of luxury, the most luxurious experience in a sustainable manner. It is all about willing to serve luxury in the right way. In terms of our experiences, we craft experiences in some of the most special places in Jim Corbett National Park. So whether that is a buggy ride through the village, a safari drive in the Kumaoni, a Kumaoni drive in the mountains, or picnics by the river, whatever it is, we ensure that every guest that comes to Ahana creates long-lasting memories and falls in love with nature. Because we believe if you love nature, you will protect it. Finally, wellness journey is always important, and at Ahana, we create an organic, natural experience. So whether that is through a spa service, wellness services, Ayurvedic massages, or it is through a walk, we want every guest, every person that comes to Ahana to escape from city life, immerse themselves in nature, and truly enrich your mind, your body, and your soul. We believe in creating a balance with nature and people. Finally, I would like to show you some of our achievements on sustainability. Travel Plus Leisure has given us the India's most sustainable resort in 2023. And along with that, our clients who believe in our initiative, people who come from corporate settings and come to Ahana, whether it is for a spiritual retreat, a creative retreat, these are all companies that have helped build our initiative and believe in environmental travel, believe in conscious travel, and believe in responsibility to the environment and the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Avni. We ignore and come up with a very modern architecture or a system and just a hotel in the name of it. But they certainly aimed big and aimed green. And thank you so much for inspiring to all of us. At the same time, as a hotelier, as a person who's 24 hours, even more than that, thinking about sustainability, I feel that in a way it's still easier to bring up properties like that in places which are surrounded by a lot of beautiful ecosystem, rather than in places which are in city-based hotels. In that, I would like to introduce Akansha, who's heading Global Sustainability Radisson. We'd like to hear her views on how they have gone sustainable and how much have they achieved. Akansha.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? I'm audible, right? So I do not have a presentation, so I'll start with a dialogue that a very famous man said here. Hospitality is the future. What else is the future? Sustainability and technology. So the students who are sitting behind there are going to see a combination of all three, and you have to live with it. You have to somewhat incorporate all three of them in the operations in a hotel, right? With that, it is my pleasure to represent Radisson Hotel Group and what we are doing in terms of sustainability. Radisson has been pioneering sustainability for a very long time. Their first sustainability policy was published in 1989, and I like to say that I wasn't even born then. So after that, the communication has changed a lot in terms of sustainability in the business. It started with a policy, and now we are talking about net zero. So Radisson Hotel Group has a net zero commitment to go net zero by 2050. How many of you understand what is net zero? Any? Nobody? Okay, so every country, every company is trying to reduce their carbon footprint as much as possible and then offset the rest. So that is net zero concept. India has a net zero target of 2070. So India is going to become net zero by 2070. Every company also has a target. I mean, they are getting onto it. So Radisson Hotel Group has a target, has a commitment to go net zero by 2050. So the focus for our sustainability currently is decarbonization, that is reducing the carbon footprint as much as possible. And when we talk about carbon footprint, it does not really just talk about some energy efficient technologies, it talks about everything that we heard from all of you. And one thing that Vivek sir mentioned was importance of ecotourism. One of the importance of ecotourism or sustainability is also because our business clients are wanting it. So you can't run away from it because your customers want it, be it corporate customer or be it the guests who are coming to Ahana resorts. So it's everywhere. We have to tackle it with us, with a hotel chain which has 810 plus hotels globally and 120 hotels now operating in India. The challenge is how do we scale up the sustainability initiatives? How do we make sure that all the standards and guidelines given by all the certifications, we are able to achieve that so that we are able to gauge those clients who we want to come to our hotel. So sustainability is going to become as basic as having a parking lot in a hotel. But then yes, it comes with a challenge. Renewable energy policies are improving. Economy of scale, that is one word most of you will learn maybe later in the life. So that's, for example, the glass water bottles kept in front. However, all of you have plastic water bottles over there. Because it's not cheap right now. It's not cost effective to go for for a glass water bottle everywhere. So every hotel group, including Radisson, is trying to customize, is trying to get the solutions. How do we reduce our carbon footprint? How do we reduce the waste footprint? How do we reduce the water footprint? We are trying our best to do that. And we'll be able to achieve that because the policies are moving, the countries are moving, and the world is moving. And there's no way out because climate change is not something which Radisson Hotel Group can do alone or Ahana can do alone. It's a group effort which has to be made by everyone so that we achieve that 2030, 2050 goal. So it comes with a pathway, not like people who are sitting in the front can forget about it because it's going to happen in 2050. We all have a pathway to follow. It comes with a capital investment that the first 3 rows are going to think about and are thinking about for their hotels. However, something that we expect from people who are sitting at the back, who are going to come in operations. And at Radisson Hotel, that's what we try to do, that everyone, every team member speaks the same language of sustainability. That means the accountability of decarbonization or carbon footprint just does not lie with the sustainability team or the board members. It lies with each of you. So each of you is responsible for the carbon footprint which is happening at your hotel. And for that, we give you an action plan at Radisson that, energy efficiency has to happen at the front office, energy efficiency has to happen in the kitchen, back of the house, and how are you going to reduce the waste, again, a checklist. So we make it accountable for each team member that, it's not just the capital investment which is going to come from the owners, but it is also you who is going to make that improvement of 3 to 10% to bring down the carbon footprint. And that's not just for the hotel, not just for the guests, but yes, for all of you, for your families, and for the world eventually. So that's a bit from me. Again, Radisson Hotel Group, just to scale up and just to see how are we compliant and how are we on track. There's something called Hotel Sustainability Basics by World Travel and Tourism Council. So that's where all the hotels, all the Radisson Hotel group, all the Radisson hotels start their verification process from. So it's a checklist of 8 to 12 points, and every hotel has to comply to each of the point which is mentioned there: energy efficiency, what action I'm taking; water efficiency, what action I'm taking. And you have to do this exercise for 3 years. You have to show the improvement. So this is the basic that we have started with for 810 hotels. Some of our hotels are on advanced level. Some of our hotels are again the very advanced sustainability story that we can talk about. However, for us, it is very important that all the hotels speak the same language and we are able to bring them at least on that bottom level of sustainability from where we can rise. So that's how we are trying to scale up, if that answers the question.
Certainly it does, because thank you so much, Akansha, because trying our best is, I think, the best thing that all of us can do. From this session, after hearing to Vivek sir, Avni and Akansha, I'm certainly very positive that everybody in their own zone are making efforts, whether it is a resort in Uttarakhand or a Radisson group in buzzing cities, metros like Delhi and Bombay, where it actually becomes very difficult because everybody going there, half of them are corporates who are always in a hurry. From small examples, like if you tell them to reuse the towels or wait for water conservation and work on it, or opt for glass bottles, or wait for those handmade cup of tea, nobody has so much of time. So it's a cycle, it's an effort which is done by all of us. And of course, there's an equal effort that is coming from the UP Tourism in terms of providing us with the land and policies and other things that are effective and beneficial to the people who are really wanting. But I feel the people sitting at the back, who are going to be the future, almost all of them who are a part of hotel management, you are the people who are actually going to be in the operations. Whether it is the Honorable Minister yesterday or dignitaries who are talking about reducing the GST, or talking about how we are going to bring us as owners having a mindful attitude towards sustainable tourism, because let me tell you, sustainability has to come from within. It's a lifestyle. And tourism being the biggest sector, as talked yesterday after agriculture, or maybe beyond, it's all of us who will incorporate it. We as owners can, or somebody with chairing it can bring it forth. But you are the people who are sitting at the back, will be there right at the housekeepings, the front office, the sales team, who will be the change makers. You are the people who will opt for the glass bottle instead of a plastic. You are the people who will tell the people not to increase waste. You are the people who will segregate waste into wet, dry, contribute towards creating compost when you're in the kitchen. So we as federation of people who are trying our best to bring it to you, but I guess you are the people who are going to be the change makers who will be responsible for the bigger change. And that highlights that all of us, beginning from individuals to everybody working in our institutes, hotels, cafes, have to understand and educate the people the importance of sustainability, which includes broadly reducing carbon footprints. That also gives us a sense of responsibility that we as individuals, when we like to travel abroad, we are so happy consuming their local food. And when we are in our own country, almost all we are eating are pizzas and burgers and pastas and salmon, fishes. You have no idea the kind of carbon it increases. So when you bring your local sole, rahu, your local traditional crops, your local traditional cuisines, believe me, the amount and the number of foreigners visitors will increase, and everybody after COVID has become health conscious. You want to travel for work, you want to eat mindfully. You want to travel for vacations, you want to feel at least that you're eating mindful and traveling to places that are more nature oriented. So we can talk about sustainability. We are here, all of us here for help. And I am, and everybody at the Federation are working for a consolidated directory that we've come up with a lot of questions where people say that, how can we start? You know, it's easy to say, let's go sustainable, but where are the vendors with the right rates? So we've really worked hard to get in touch with all the farmer producer organizations. We have a list of more than 1,000 farmers. We have a list of more than 1,000 artisans. You just need to act on your thought process and think about doing it. Of course it's risky, of course it's challenging, but the future is completely sustainable. You're never going to lose out to it. And like yesterday it was said of Viksit Bharat. So the Viksit Bharat is only possible with a Satat Parivartan, which is a sustainable tourism. So educating us and educating everybody sitting here, especially the students out there who are the future. That's the only way a sustainable tourism is possible in the future. Thank you. I just take 2 minutes to ask if anybody has any questions for any one of us. If at all anybody who want to know or ask something, we'll be happy to answer. I think everybody understood things very well. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for the valuable insights into sustainability. I must say that your contributions are crucial in shaping a greener future for our industry. I wish you all the very best. And now we have a memento felicitation. Please let me welcome on the stage the President, HRANI, Mr. Garishabh Roy. Sir, we will be presenting mementos to... To begin with, we will firstly felicitate Mr. Vivek Jain, who is the representative from UP Ecotourism Development Board. Ms. Ankita Jaiswal, Chairperson, Sustainable Tourism Committee, HRANI and UP HRA, and Director, Ramada Plaza, Ramada Encore, Lucknow. Ms. Akanksha Singh, Global Sustainability Manager for Radisson Hotel Group. Ms. Avni Tripathi, Director, Ahana the Corbett Wilderness. Let's have a group photograph. Please move forward. And ladies and gentlemen, without a wait, we will be announcing the beginning of our session 2. The business session 2 is all about the role of artificial intelligence. Let's take a moment now to think about how technology, specifically artificial intelligence, is transforming the hospitality industry. Imagine a world where AI and HTP. Our panelists are Mr. Hemant Khattar, Director IT Department, Radisson Hotel Group, Dr. Rini Singh, Consultant in Business Strategy, Mr. Arpit Awasthi, CEO Edge and Roots, Mr. Narendra Kamra, CEO and Founder VDOIT Technologies Limited, Mr. Bharat Sonani, Director Corporate at GD Foods Manufacturing India Private. Let everyone get settled down. Let's welcome all of them on the stage. I think we have the moderator of the session, Mr. Harish Chandra. A very, very warm welcome. Sir is the founder of GHTP. And let's welcome the panelists once again. Mr. Hemant Khattar, Director IT Department, Radisson Hotel Group. Dr. Rini Singh, Consultant in Business Strategy. Mr. Arpit Avhasti, CEO, Edge and Roots. Mr. Narendra Kamra, CEO and founder, VDOIT Technologies Limited. Mr. Bharat Sonani, Director Corporate at GD Foods Manufacturing India Private. A warm welcome on behalf of HRANI, and we are waiting to hear you. We are waiting to hear you eagerly. And let's see, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what our panelists and moderators have to say on the role of artificial intelligence.
I am founder of GSTP. I really appreciate HRANI's efforts in bringing topics which are very interesting always in their sessions, like technology is never ignored. Role of artificial intelligence is something which is really, everyone is excited. Everyone wants to know what is happening in technology in terms of artificial intelligence, IoT, blockchain. Today, we'll try to demystify a lot of myths about artificial intelligence. Though hotel industry adopts technology in the last, other industries like BFSI, banking, finance, service, insurance, IT, ITS, healthcare, government education, always adopt technology in start. So we have around half an hour for this session. We'll try to keep it very simple, we'll not make it technical. And I will start from gentleman there, Mr. Kamra. Please introduce yourself in 2 lines. After that, this flow will start, and then I'll start the panel discussion. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Narendra Kumar Kamra, and I am CEO founder of VDOIT Technologies, which is based in Gurgaon, and we have 1 sales office in US. And since we started for last 10 years, we have been working in artificial intelligence blockchain-based solutions, and our 80% business is from western part of the world. We are the company who started with hospitality solution and then landed in the service oriented. So this is very close subject that how AI ML can be applied in hospitality. Thank you, and thank you everyone.
Hi all, Dr. Rini. A bit about me, I have done my PhD in IoT as a specialization. I did my MBA also in IT and Telecom, and I have served Vodafone, Tata Teleservices with their business strategies around AI and IoT. I'm also a consultant for the business strategy for a tech called Buildtrack, which is one of the best and upcoming organizations serving IoT and AI solutions across the world to the hotels, to the infrastructure estates. So that's about me. And also, I am an academician in Punjab University with specialization in IoT and artificial intelligence. It's great to have to be present here, an opportunity to sit along with such connoisseurs to discuss about AI and IoT's future. So looking forward for an interactive session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rini. This is Hemant Khattar. I'm a hospitality person for almost 30 plus years. I had, worked only in the hotels for last, in this particular life. Let's see next life where I'll go. My job is to implement everything, whatever is required with respect to IT, telecom, in hotel industry or any of the hotel. Starts from small system to the big system, whether it's a pre-opening hotel, existing hotel, any kind of technology like this gentleman sitting here, one of the technologies which is artificial intelligence is one part of it. Thank you.
Hello, this is Arpit. I was the founder of Pajasa Stay Solution Private Limited, which is a hospitality startup for service apartment aggregation. And right now, I am working on as a CEO in Agent Roots, which is actually a technology provider company, and we provide computer vision and AI solutions to our partners and our business owners. So that's it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bharat Savnani. I'm a corporate director for GD Foods. I enjoy innovation, technology, quality, and I lead the marketing and exports team. Thank you.
So our hotel industry has seen a lot of transformation. In year 2000, Y2K happened, then e-commerce came. In 2007, touchscreen came, which removed call centers up to some level. Now there is a habit of everyone going to mobile, using mobile for 6 hours. Everyone is hooked to screens, whether it's your iPad, laptop, mobile. 7 hours we spend on touch screens, do everything by ourselves. After that, now new things are happening. Now our refrigerators are going to be AI enabled. Same is going to be with microwave. Cars are going to be smart. Everything is smarter because of artificial intelligence. But our industry is still using it or not. We'll try to see this through this panel discussion. So this question is for Mr. Hemant. Mr. Hemant, I want to know from your side how artificial intelligence is going to help hotels into guest experience. We want to deliver ultra guest experience using smart devices, using artificial intelligence. We want to have operational efficiency at reduced rate. So what do you feel, what is the future of artificial intelligence? How it's going to transform the landscape of hotels?
Okay, thank you. See, first of all, I hope everybody is aware of what is artificial intelligence here, because might be not many people aware of that. Artificial intelligence is what a human is doing. You are making machine to do that for you in a very good way, fast, quick, and robust manner. That is what artificial intelligence is. Now in hotel industry, there are so many touch points of artificial intelligence. I'll start from the customer because there are two factors. One is internal customer and second is, our main is our external customer who is coming and staying with us. As Harish has really mentioned in a good way that we all are on the screen and I can see 80% of people still on the screen as of now in this, So it means they are connected to some or other application. So what is artificial intelligence doing for the hotel industry as a customer point of view is crawling the information of you guys, that what are you accessing, what are you working on, what are your likes, preferences, what you don't like, what is your past experience, where do you want to make a booking. All that AI is trying to capture this information while you are on WhatsApp, while you are on Facebook, while you are on any other app, you can say. So now, this is very important for hotel industry, where customer is king and we have to give a wow factor to the customer and good experience to him or her. So one is this data capturing and then analyzing and taking a right decision what customer is looking for. And this is really happening in a very big way in a lot of other products we will discuss during our further presentations and discussions. Other than that, there are very repetitive questions which comes up when a customer is staying in the hotel. Let's say, okay, everybody will definitely ask, what are the happy hours in your bar? What is the checkout time? How can I get late check-in, early check-in or late checkout? All these questions, you need somebody to answer back. This kind of artificial intelligence and technology can help you in automating all these processes and make it further better and improve it further. So this is like customer experience once the person is trying to come to the hotel and staying with us in the hotel under AI.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hemant. You touched on data analytics, predictive analysis in some manner, and how repetitive tasks can be handled using AI. So my next question is for Mr. Narendra Kamra, touching on the same thing, how virtual assistant, chatbots, or other technologies can help hotels to deliver good guest experience?
Sure, Mr. Harish. I have one question from the students who are sitting behind. Who all know about the chatbot? Can you raise your hands? No. Students, please. Siri, Google Assistant, how many of you know about chatbot? I think, yeah. But I believe that 90% of the people, not from young generation, rather the old generation, they know now, they are aware now that what is assistant, what is chatbot. So there has been a time when these chatbots were trained to give specific answers to specific questions. This is not artificial intelligence, mind you. So artificial intelligence, when there is machine learning behind it, when system is learning along with your experience, your data, and your complete journey, and then your system becomes intelligent. So when I talk about virtual assistant, which we are building, there is a large language model. There is something where about hospitality, about tourism, about user experience in hotels, that is not static, that is being learnt every single day. So this is what we call the chat. This is what we call artificial intelligence-based chatbot, where I see a lot of potential in hospitality, that experience of multilingual conversation. I mean, we are going to be the one of the economy where everybody, even now, everybody from the world is going to travel here. And everybody has a language problem. So who can solve that problem? You cannot have translators sitting in every hotel. So you need certain smart, intelligent, sensible, localized, some assistant sitting on a screen who can guide end-to-end in that facility. So without that, I don't think experience of a tourist or a visitor can be complete. He will be going, he will be happy with your all rest of the amenities, but when he has to do the conversation, he would be stuck. So this is my definition of how it can incorporate in hospitality. I hope this answers, sir.
Perfect. This is very good. You have given the right answer by enlightening the audience over here. We all are confused. What is AI? You said yes. It has to learn from the history. Then it will learn over a period. Then it will give the right answers. Today, hotels are struggling with manpower. So I think AI is the right solution for that with time, as we need how to train people using AI, how to make sure that calls are transferred from one department to another department, no one answers it. I think computer can do that job 85% with accuracy after learning it for 6 months. Okay, so Dr. Rini, you do a lot of research about hotel industry, about new age technologies like IoT, blockchain, and artificial intelligence. Can you please blend all these technologies and give some case study or how these solutions can really help into customer experience, into saving energy, or how sensors can be used, and how we can take our industry to next level?
Thank you, Mr. Harish. First of all, before going into the research aspects, which I have been covering from past 2.5 years on this subject of IoT and AI, half of the time people confuse these two concepts. So just to highlight a difference between two, IoT is something more related to connectivity, data sharing, and strengthening or seamless network connectivity, probably. Wherein when you talk about AI, it's more than that. AI is basically stimulating the human behavior basis the data that you are capturing with the help of the IoT. And for that matter, if I say that IoT enriches AI or AI enriches IoT, it goes hands in hand. For that matter, when I talk about my research or my perspective about IoT and its relation to energy efficiency or energy efficiency in the hospitality or in the hotel industry, for that matter, energy contributes to 70% of the contribution in terms of cost. Energy is the maximum cost guzzler for any hotel industry. The hoteliers who are sitting here, I think they probably agree to what I'm saying right now. Now, what do? We all deck up for the events, like, smartly decked up. But how smartly decked up are our premises? That's my question to you all. How smart are we? How optimally are we utilizing our resources? Now here comes the energy efficiency aspect. Now when I talk about energy efficiency, it captures from not just controlling or dimming the lights, also looking at the occupancy of the hall and number of people or the count of people, the density of the people, and then smartly controlling or dimming the lights through the sensors and actuators, as you asked me. Apart from that, energy efficiency is not just related to your energy management. It is also your car parkings, your basement parkings. How do you control your ventilation systems? how efficiently you are using your ventilation systems, the CO2 control, the air quality that is there within your premises. Very, very important aspect, which is directly and very, very closely related to energy efficiency. If I talk of the internal air quality of any hotel industry, it's very, very crucial. These days we have ratings from GREHA to IGBC. If you are a hotelier, you know, you understand the essence, the importance of these ratings and how crucial are these in context of sustainability, in terms of maintaining, optimizing, cutting down your cost, all that comes into picture. For that matter, a very simple example, we all would want to use, or probably we all have CCTV networks existing in our common areas, as per from the hotel perspective. Now, the purpose or the goal here is to understand or to upgrade the system rather than investing in the new infrastructure. AI gives you this capability to enable the smartness within your premises with the help of your existing system. That's basically a software implementation that has to be done rather than investing into the infrastructure. And companies like BuildTrack, they have solutions which are revolving around AI as well as IoT, which gives you seamless solutions in terms of your energy efficiency, in terms of your HVAC. What is HVAC? The opulent restaurants to, you know, the peace stroke hotels or whatever, they all understand 70% of your cost is consumed by these heating, ventilation and your AC. And if we can control these aspects, we are sorted. Now to understand that, we'll have to implement solutions. Like I told you, BuildTrack is one which is giving very, very, excellent solutions. So one is building management system. To just give you an overview about how it works, from managing the portfolio of the building spread across the acres of your property, it gives you an interface where you're able to view, where you are able to see the entire system working right across an interface available with you. That's the beauty that IoT and AI provides you. As an hotelier, from the customer's perspective, from your property's perspective, and that's how you're saving on the energy. You're providing more security, you're more aware about your system's health. That's what we aim to achieve as an hotelier, as a hospitality industry. As Mr. Jaiswal rightly said, hospitality is the future. And to ensure we are attaining towards a sustainable future, we should adopt to such solutions wherein we are able to utilize optimally the energy efficient solutions which are provided by companies like this. I think I've given you a fair answer on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rini. So companies like BuildTrack can help hotels into saving energy and to make them sustainable also. And virtual assistant can help in increasing the customer experience. Now, my question is for Mr. Arpit. Mr. Arpit, you have developed various hotel websites. You have done platforms of hotel chains. I want to know from your side anything that we have missed in this discussion where you can add some.
Thank you, Richi. So I actually wanted to go with basics first. So basically think about you have an Excel sheet for your some task and you ask for 2 of your employees to manage this Excel sheet. Maybe this Excel sheet is different for one hotel to another. Maybe there are some additional things that you need to think because your property is different than second property. So the first thing is like you are actually maintaining some kind of data. In that data, then your employee is actually understanding, okay, sir said that if this has happened, I need to update this. Tomorrow, one guest came and he actually checked out early and maybe there is something and you said that, okay, if this has happened, then do this and then take a new booking. This is okay. So here what happened is you are actually training your employee first that, okay, you are getting some data and based on this data, you need to think about how you tackle this situation. Now, replace that employee. This is what the AI is doing. Basically, you are having your data. You need to train the data with the AI. And now, that employee may actually give you some other level of improvement to your business, not some repetitive task. These can be taken care by the AI. So as I am a data engineer and data scientist as well, so why I want to bring this one, first we need to actually analyze our data. If the data is good, then only we will actually think about some good AI model. Either it is anything, like think about I am actually going for a computer vision. Computer vision means there is a camera. I want that camera to be a smart camera. Like how many people are coming, it detects or count. So what you have to do is first you have to actually train that, okay, this is my entrance door. From here people will come. So just train it, and whenever somebody comes, you just have to click and +1. And whenever somebody is going back, you just need to say that it is going back. So just making something minus or something in some other values, you are actually adding that data. So here what is happening is you are actually training your model saying that, okay, this is my hotel or this is my home and this is my gate, and from here people are coming. This way you can actually optimize the max of any AI. So first we have to actually have data and pinpoints. What exactly is the thing that is getting repetitive, or what exactly is the thing that is required in my business that these people are doing, but I believe these are the things that can be handled if it could be trained by some AI. So now after this only we'll actually start building on this AI thing. When we actually create a model, or then we train it based on the requirement of user, and then it will give you some kind of results. Now the second thing is the retraining. Now it's not important that every time AI will give you the correct, because it's the initial stage only. Still AI has a lot of issues. So you have to retrain it. Like, okay, this time somebody came and he was actually, he was wearing a hoodie and he is not able to, the computer vision camera will not able to understand it. So now you need to retrain the model and then tell, okay, somebody is, if it is actually wearing a hoodie, then it's also a person. So yes, so these are the steps of AI. Maybe I think in a layman term, I would like to, give you a basic idea of what AI is. So it's not like AI will actually solve everything, but yes, gradually it may. Thank you, Harish.
So using AI, we can make employees more productive and we can achieve operational efficiency. Great. So now, Mr. Bharat, if you can tell something how AI, artificial intelligence, can be used in food processing industry.
Sure, thank you. Thank you, Harish, for that question. A quick raise of hands, if I may ask. How many of you think that AI will eventually replace humans? Okay, very nice. Okay, none. Yeah, I also have a similar point of view. Rather, let me put a spin to that. AI will not replace humans, yet people who embrace AI will eventually replace people who do not. So AI is in front of us. It's a reality, we cannot escape it. So when you talk about food, there are a lot of aspects actually, from farm to fork, AI has been utilized, and it's ferociously being utilized, not only in India, but of course in a lot of developing and developed economies. And AI has the power to not only improve the productivity, but magnify GDPs for economies. There is also a survey which mentions that by 2030, AI will contribute almost $15 trillion to the global economy. So that's a massive amount of money. So when I talk about, let me give you some use cases, for example. So first one is about precision agriculture. You might have heard of that. So as a farmer, there are a lot of variables you work with. And a lot of the variables are soil pH, acidity, alkalinity, the pest which you have to use, the crop which you have to use, the harvest time, a lot of weather conditions, the rains, the snow, many, many things. AI actually captures all this data, and there are modules available. For example, the IBM Watson has that, or Climate Field View, which a farmer can use to absolutely precisely harvest, plant, monitor the soil condition, the weather patterns, to ensure that there is no food wastage, there is enhanced productivity, and of course, a good revenue generation exercise starts from there. Second example is food loss, food wastage. So there is an organization, Too Good To Go, and Too Good To Go actually deploys AI modules. It's a very interesting model. So if Bharat is hungry late at night, and if I'm looking for food, and actually go into Too Good To Go at a remarkably reduced cost. It'll help me understand what food options are available in the hotels and restaurants which are unused. And I can actually procure it, auction it at 1/3 or 1/4 the cost. It helps to reduce that food loss, food wastages. Beyond that, consumer sentiments was discussed. AI is heavily used in advertisements, in marketing. Also, we do use AI to really understand the consumer sentiments when they react to a product or a package. So we also understand the micro expression, whether they're smirking, whether they're smiling, whether they're frowning, whether the engagement levels are high or low. And that helps you to really understand and place the right labels, the right colors on your package, products, even advertisements. So see, these are a lot of course there are many, but these are some of the examples I would like to give. One more which comes to my mind is the food safety quality, which is a very important facet. And we've seen some FSSAI pictures being floated in the paper. So there is a application by the name of TELSpec. So what does TELSpec does, if I typically go for a multi-residue analysis, which is a fancy term for pesticide residue, it takes almost 70 odd days to generate a 300 pesticide or a 700 pesticide report. TELSpec actually uses photovoltaic sensors, and you can get the report in just a couple of seconds. So the power to use and comprehend, use data and comprehend and give outputs and insights, I think that's the power of AI, which not only is being utilized in hospitality, but also in food. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bharat. So AI is helping farmers. It is helping us to curtail food wastage in hotels. It is also helping food processing industry. So now I think we are running short of time. We have only 1 minute or 2 minutes more for the questions, if any. Can someone please give mic to this gentleman in the front?
Full session. I'm Ankit Gupta. I'm from Chandigarh. This question, any one of you can answer. If Mr. Hemant could do it, since he's from a hospitality chain. So, what percentage of expense? Because when you think of AI, you somehow, as a business promoter, think of an expense which may vary to a larger extent. So, what percentage of an expense to your revenue should you ration for a mid-side or a bigger hotel? I mean, as a business promoter, it will help us, because like the gentleman on the right side, there's several things.
Please speak louder.
Can you hear me now? Should I repeat? Or did Mr. Hemant get it?
Okay. And so what your question is, what kind of expense is there, vice versa the revenues, right? On
Correct. How much should you ration as a mid-side or bigger hotel? How much should you ration for AI as an expense?
Okay. See, AI comes for the hotel industry. There are two levels of AI, as mentioned earlier. One is front guest, which are like incoming customers. One is back end. What we have experienced, what we have done as a Radisson Hotels Group, we have worked on the back end technology more for AI. Let's say there is a millions of records going on in the web where we are collecting the data and analyzing it for better revenue management, for better decision making. Now, what kind of cost coming up? This is again, it varies from product to product, region to region, and you can say around between 3 to 4% cost will be there for additional revenue what you're going to get in the by utilizing this particular AI. But if you don't have that AI in place, let's say, then you are old age you have to work on manual systems, calculate everything manually. So you are seeing a very big opportunity loss with respect to other competitions are concerned. But yes, to answer your question, the cost is what we have done. As of now, it is between 3 to 4% of your total IT budget, what you can say, expenditure on AI setup for the time being. And definitely, AI is expensive as of now. It's not cheaper. Because still it is in India, it is in a developing stage. Still people have not really understood the power of this particular system. I'll give you one example. Many people sitting here are building hotels, right? When you start hotel construction, there is a first design, second design, there is a change somewhere. Then there is a change in facade, there is a change in interior, rooms and all that. You have to manage it manually all the time, your D&TS team or architecture team. At the same time, if you have AI, it will tell you that, okay, where you started from, where you are and what you should do as a decision making. This is like one of the example. And then again, there'll be some cost coming up to this, but the returns are way high. Another example I can give you in the legal way in the hotels. Legal, there are millions of pages, documents, which every legal team is going through, where you don't know where you started again 1 month back or few weeks back, thousands of pages, millions of words and all that. AI can help you. Making sure that you are on a right path, what changes came in multiple versions of documents and what you should finalize with. But again, this comes with a cost. There will be a cost, and as of now, we all agree, AI is little toward expensive side, but going forward, 4 to 5 years from now, it will be on the other side, where it will be cheaper and the revenue will be more on this.
Thank you, panelists. Thank you, audience, for being so patient. Thank you, HRANI, for touching this important topic of artificial intelligence. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Facilitate the panel. We'll begin with Mr. Harish Chandra, who is the founder of GSTP, and sir has moderated the session. Mr. Hemant Khattar, Director IT Department, Radisson Hotel Group. Dr. Rini Singh, Consultant in Business Strategy, also academician in Punjab University. Mr. Arpit Avasthi, CEO, Edge and Roots. Mr. Narendra Kamra, CEO and founder, VDOIT Technologies Limited. Mr. Bharat Sahni, Director Corporate at GD Foods Manufacturing India Private. Please do not leave the hall, as we have one more business session and then we all will disperse for lunch and networking. Remain seated, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready because we are about to begin our business session third, which is all in the world of hospitality. With that being said, our next business session is titled as Old is Gold, Success Story of Heritage Restaurant Brands. And the session will be moderated by none other than Chef Davinder Kumar, President of the Indian Culinary Forum. Keep clapping.
Convention, and especially moderate this session. My heartiest congratulations to HRANI for hosting a beautiful convention. Now let's, when we talk about today's session is very interesting though. There's something very magnificent, very about this word, 50, right? Some call it golden, be it a birthday, be it 50th anniversary. It's truly a achievement for an individual or for an organization. We talk about that era of 50 years ago. It was that era of golden, and now today it's diamond and heading towards platinum. So overall things have really evolved. I myself have been in the profession for over 5 decades now. So I've seen that era and today what all is happening. Now, there are, when we talk about, as I said, today's session, which is old is gold, where we are going to be having a discussion on, what all goes, how do we maintain, how do we sustain, and what all philosophies, strategies are adopted to maintain any brand. Because according to me, you have a brand, you have a heritage brand, right? And to discuss that, I have 4 alchemists, the legends sitting before us. They all have, some are third generation, some are second generation. So before I begin that, just one line introduction by each one of you.
Hello everyone, I am Akash Kalra and I am the Managing Director of United Coffee House, which is 82 years this year. And we are Delhi's first coffee or a cafe, which you call now. It used to be a coffee house long time back, and we complete 8 decades this year.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I'm Rakesh Roy. I'm from Allahabad, Prayagraj, and my brand name is El Chico, and we started in 1964. It was started by my brother, actually.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Namit Gulati. I'm the director of Gulati Restaurant, Pandara Road and Gurugram. Our restaurant started in 1959.
Hi everyone, I'm Savar Malhotra and I'm a working partner in the Embassy Restaurant, which was started by my grandfather in 1948.
All right. Now I'm going to be asking first question to all these panelists. The second word would be again shared between two. All right. My first question is, how have you and your brand been creating magic decade after decade? How did it turn into a heritage brand? Over to Akash.
So actually the word for us goes that we started as a coffee house, inspired by the gymkhanas and the cricket clubs of India and the Madras Cup clubs. That was the inspiration. And we started with savories and coffee, and as everybody knows, coffee houses were places for conversations and for where people would really congregate and exchange ideas. And for us, the whole idea of being a heritage is that we got inspired and we started some savories and some food which was inspired from those clubs. And the whole consistent affair went to 30 years, and then we got into the real name cafe, wherein we bridged the gap of our Indian heritage into global cuisine, and slowly European and American food, and later the whole globe was being served under the same. I feel that consistency and recognizing customers and bridging in gaps from time to time is the real key of our consistent behavior in the market.
Lovely. Over to you, Rakesh.
So our story is like this, that my eldest brother, after passing out from University of Allahabad, he did his master's in commerce. He used to travel abroad many times, and he came back and said to my father that he wants to start a cafe, because cafe was trending in Europe. And that's how, none of us were experienced in running restaurants, we started a cafe, and in 1964 it got started. So we imported some machines from Italy to make espresso coffee, because we were the first to introduce coffee in Allahabad made by espresso coffee. And to go along with it, we had to start a bakery. And for that, again, We set up a wood-fired oven, and we started the bakery along with the coffee. So it was basically what is trending now. The cafe concept was done 60 years back by us. So that's how it started, and in 1970 we graduated, we opened a restaurant. The same thing was about 90-seater. Then we introduced other meals in it as well.
Lovely, over to you.
There is a famous saying, that when passion meets hard work, magic happens. This is the core principle that we follow at our restaurant that has helped us in becoming a heritage brand. Gulati restaurant started in 1959 as a modest dhaba, and the journey from 1959 to 2024 has been possible because of the 6 P's that we follow at our restaurant. The first is passion. The journey from 1959 to 1970s from a dhaba to a restaurant, and from 70s to 2000s from a restaurant to a fine dining restaurant, and then opening a premium branch in 2022 in Gurugram. The journey could not have been possible without passion, without hard work put in by the team, be it the owners, be it the staff members, be it anybody who's involved with the business. The restaurant could not have been possible, the journey would not have been possible because of the passion, without the passion. The second P is product. We believe in selling the high quality product, high quality food and service to the customers. We also aim at selling consistent food and quality to the customers. The third P that we follow is prioritizing customer needs and their wants. It's important that we should value the customer's feedback and also work on it. The fourth P that we follow is packaging. We recently upgraded our packaging to match the food quality that we serve. So it is a very important aspect of the industry. The fifth P that we follow is people. Our staff are our biggest assets. So we respect them, we value them. The sixth P and the last one is progressing. It is very important that we always believe that we should focus on self-growth, self-improvement. We always keep upgrading and updating ourselves so that we do not lag behind. So these are some of the core principles that we follow at our restaurant that has helped us in becoming a heritage brand.
Beautiful. Over to you. I really like that 4P. Okay.
So Embassy is a story of friendship. It was started by my grandfather and his friend. And the very core that we keep in mind every day at work is that our clients, like Dada used to say, अच्छा बढ़िया खाना खिलाओ और चंगी बात करो, धंधा चलते रहेगा. And that is the whole philosophy that we follow also, that serve great food, and me, my dad and all our partners also especially try out everything before it's served to a client. And we make sure that we talk to everyone, that as many people as it is possible to, and give them a friendly welcome.
Lovely. So what just to sum up what they have talked, it is about, when we talk about brand, it's consistency, it's quality, it's, emotional connect, right? It's continuous upgradation. It's just like polishing the gold, right? You keep polishing the gold so that it keeps shining. Then you talked about passion, right? Perseverance, okay? And of course, packing. And there we have, again, the philosophy and the journey. So all put together, if you see, that's what you need to actually sustain a brand. So when we say, what is a heritage brand? So automatically, when there is a history, there is a journey, there is a trustworthiness, that becomes a heritage brand. If I look at, I was, checking, like Kareem's, they have 100 years of legacy. We have, I think, if I look at these 4 gentlemen, 82 plus?
82 plus.
76, 65 and So you can see that you have a legacy of 80 years plus. So I was looking at some of the brand, Kareem's 1993, 100 years plus. Dorabji and Sons Pune, 1872. Can just imagine, one of the oldest restaurant in Pune. Of course, when we talk about Kolkata, you have many more brands that's existing. I think if I, talk about number of outlets, I think it'll take a lot of time. Nizam's Kolkata, 1932. And of course, Moti Mahal in Delhi and, Bade Mian in Mumbai, 1946. So, isn't it amazing that you see brands, there are brands, if you talk about Kareem's today, it's a heritage brand, more than 100 years. So what is there? That's what it counts. You have history. When you go to Kareem, you do, get to know about their history. So it's amazing. Congratulations, right? Now, moving on to the next one, we come to evolution things, changing so fast. What is today is gone tomorrow. Food is also like fashion, that being a chef, unless you change your window, no customers come to you, you have to continue creating, you have to continue innovating. So my next point would be, how have you been? This is for you, Mr. Mehra, both of you young guys. So this point would be, I'm going to be dividing two to save on the time. How have you been enhancing your offerings to cater to the taste of millennials who walk in with their kids, Gen Z, who have a mind of their own, and of course, then we have Gen Alpha, whose tastes are still evolving. Over to you. It's because you see, I was reading somewhere that it's young people, youngsters, 60% of them, they decide where to go, right? So you being a brand, right, where you say you have a journey, you have all 4P, how have you been enhancing that experience? Sawar? Quick, only 2.5 minutes.
So we created menus which will, appetize these guys, the Gen Z and the Alphas. And along with that, when we actually see our guests over there, there are 3 generations. There's a grandfather, there is their son, and there's their, grandkid at the same table. And we need to make sure that all 3 are happy. So the menus that we select for them, like for example, if Italian is something that which will be good for the Gen Zs and the Alpha, that is what we are also serving. But keeping that in mind, we are keeping our core the strongest. So the food that was started in 1948 is what you're going to get today. So we do not compromise on the taste for that, and we try to maintain that continuous effect that tomorrow when the Gen Z Alpha will also come with their kids, they will also try to have what their fathers and grandfathers were having. And, we have to keep the heritage. That is what I would say.
Yeah, but looking at millennials, who like to have experimental food, I don't think they want to have same dal makhni again and again. They want a multi-cuisine, they want different food. How do you handle that? How do you ensure that those millennials, they only decide where to go? How do you maintain that?
We believe that be it any generation, there is one thing which is common between all of them. That is their never-ending love for the Indian food. So we at Gulati's aim at serving the best quality food and service to the customers. We also have, we can cater to these changing demands of the people, and by this we can do that by, we keep innovating and introducing new dishes to the menu. We keep upgrading and updating our presentation. We also have options for people who have dietary restrictions like vegan and gluten-free menu. We also have a very strong presence in social media. These days, all the generations are very active on social media, Instagram, Facebook. So we do invest in that because we can easily connect with them through social media. We also believe that it is important to keep the food taste and quality consistent so that we are able to serve all the generations. We have created Instagram spots in the restaurant where all the generations can take pictures and post it online. Apart from this, we have also upgraded our packaging to premium because all the generation, the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, they need a value for money package. They need, obviously they need good food, but good food combined with good packaging is what they want. So these are some of the practices that we are following to cater to the needs of all generations.
Absolutely, I think it's very, very important. As I said, that era where gold was there today, it's diamond, so you have to keep polishing, as I said. You have to keep innovating, you have to keep coming with new concepts. It's like fashion. If you do not change your window, no customers will come to you, because at the same time, I always ensure that when it comes to food, no matter how modernized you may become, but make sure that the roots are maintained. That's I truly believe. Very nice. Going on to the next point of discussion, which is for you two. There are many successful restaurants and chef entrepreneurs who have been doing great business for a long time. What should be their success mantra to make it so 50 plus years? Our great goal, what should be your advice for them? Over to you, Akash.
So the first thing would be maintaining consistent food behavior actually, and to have high service standards always. And that is the first thing. And then you should always have the appetite to find new customers who are interested to really, venture into that kind of food, what you're trying to do. So marketing is a big thing, which basically one needs to do. Finding a balance between what you're trying to do with the taste preferences of the market and finding some kind of, bridge between them. Parallelly, I feel that you should always do a lot of research and see that the people are coming back and your customers are coming back. You have to do these exercises again and again from time to time to re-establish your market position, to enable new customers trying what you're trying to, what your service standards and other things, what you're trying to vouch in the market, your standing, each and everything. So you have to always keep on always exercising for more. That is one. And then secondly, trends change from time to time. So food trends will, whatever was doing well some time back will not do well, but as you said, Chef TK, that what is your root has to be there. So for us, we started as a cafe, but for us, Northwest Frontier food, British Club food, European classic dishes were always our recipes, our interpretation were always intact, and even after 80 years, they're the same. We keep on changing the presentation standard methods, and but we never compromise on the guest expectation, which is the real food, which they were used to having, and even now after so many years, we always keep that balance. So that is what basically keeps us going.
Over to you, Akash.
I agree with Akash what he said. In fact, our motto has always been El Chico that cares for you. And now the second motto that we have made is your trust is our reputation. So you have to be customer centric. You have to see what customer likes and serve him. And one has to also evolve with the time. Time is changing. See, in 1970 when we started the cafe, the coffee shop, it was then trending. And it is still now trending. After even 60 years, it is trending. Then we introduced the cuisines. We introduced first the Indian cuisine and some continental cuisine to go with it. Later in 1970, we were the first. Then we were the first in Allahabad for the cafe. We were the first. We introduced the Chinese cuisine, which we brought in from, we did research and we got added Chinese in our menu. We were the first. We were the first in 75 to add sizzlers to our menu because that was trending. So one has to keep traveling and seeing what is trending. You have to go with the trend. And then later on, we did a bakery in, this was in the year 2007. We did a bakery which had a live interactive kitchen, the bakery, the first in the country. And there we did cakes in 15 minutes to your order. And it was made in front of you. You could even tell the chef if you want less cream or you want cherry topping or you want this. And so it was live totally. So the whole concept was you have to evolve yourself. You have to be with the time. And to be the first is always good. And customer trust has to be built. It's not done overnight. It takes years for the customer to trust you, and you have to be in his shoes. Best thing is that you have to be in the customer's shoe and predict what he wants and deliver on time. So that is what we did. Then now in after COVID, in 2020, when everything was shut down, we constructed our building 4 floors, and that had 2 restaurants and 2 other verticals. Like we had a bakery, which is again the state of the art. So you have to go with the time and what people want.
Lovely. One tip that you would like to give them, when I said, what tip for the young entrepreneurs or young restaurateur, what tip you would like to give them?
See, one tip I would like to give them is you have to be customer centric. You have to see what the customer wants and always keep yourself in the shoe. If you're going out to eat and you see that what you don't like being served to you or don't like the way it is done, you must see that it's not happening in your restaurant.
Beautiful. Akash, sorry.
Be creative.
One tip for...
I think be creative and hardworking. I think that should always
say it
be
again.
creative and hardworking, and that will always keep you getting more.
Hardworking or smart working?
Smart working.
But today's
and
time you
hardworking,
have to be smart working.
I would say
not hard working.
There's no substitute to smart work or hard work. Both you may interpret it the way you want.
Beautiful.
Actually.
One tip, Mr. Gulati.
For me, it will be to be deeply involved in the business.
To be deeply involved?
In the business that you're doing.
Right. To sustain, to make it a brand?
Yes, yes.
All right. For you, Sawa?
I would say that serve the greatest food ever and be involved in the food process. If you're in the hospitality sector, in restaurants specifically, please take more interest in the food that you're serving and rest everything will follow.
Beautiful. I think if I sum up all their observation, I think it's all about consistency, it's all about polishing the gold, it's all about creativity, innovation, emotional connect, right? Customer centric. It's very, very interesting. You have to keep evolving. It's evolving, but that's why, brands fail. I was reading about the La Dure in Parisien. It's in France, it's a French brand opened in Car Market. It was opened in 1862. And from a baker turned into international brand. All that is covered of what you're saying today. I mean, I was talking to owner of Haldiram, Mr. Agarwal, the other day. He was in my office, says, what's your success what's behind your success? One thing is, Sozi, customer comes first. Absolutely, very rightly you said. A brand which is customer centric, where you build that trust, that confidence today, that you can send your driver to buy a box of sweets you forget about the price if your quality is good, right? But if your quality is not good, you will never go back to that unit because it's a very competitive world today, you know. If it was in 80s or 70s or 60s, there were a couple of restaurants we used to go from college.
There's a lot of hard work, absolute hard work.
Yeah, of course. There's no substitute to hard work in any field, any industry, any profession. But what I'm to say that it's built on those principles. So I think it's a great advisory or suggestion or for those young entrepreneurs, a restaurant, to keep in mind how to become a brand in any restaurant. I think it's again value for money, the trust, consistency, the emotional connect, etc. Everything is on which if you compromise on that, there's a saying, Rabbi Mr. Broy used to say that don't cut cost, control wastage. That's where you compromise. Don't compromise with quality. Look, some of the best brands today, if you go and eat rasmalai at 9 o'clock in the morning and you eat same badam milk in the evening, at 10 o'clock you find the same quality, you find same quantum of saffron, almonds, etc. Not that today it's almond, tomorrow it's kaju, and then it goes on down to that. Lovely, I think it's been a really, so we'll have 5 minutes for question answer. Before that, rapid fire for all of them. Okay, Sawar, for you. What's your favorite cuisine? One word.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken
Butter chicken.
cuisine.
Indian. Mughlai.
Lovely.
Indian.
For me, European and Western are my preferences.
Lovely. Mine is French. I do like European, right? Okay. Heritage restaurant you admire the most other than you own your brand? Akash.
Actually, there are many. So
No, one.
So there's this restaurant, very, very old restaurant, La Trompe-L'Oeil in Paris. And it is exactly the same restaurant style which we have actually.
How do you spell it?
It's Letrain and Blue.
Okay,
It's at
lovely.
the railway station in France.
Okay, Rakesh, over to you. Same question.
Yeah, my favorite was Sky Room, Calcutta. Unfortunately, it has closed.
Okay, Namit.
We are very regular to Tamra, Shangri-La.
Okay, here, Shangri-La.
Very regular to that restaurant.
Okay, that's what you admire? Okay.
One restaurant that I really look up to is, there was a restaurant called Rasoi by Chef Vineet Bhatia in Switzerland, in Geneva.
Okay. A people's favorite dish of your restaurant? Akash.
Tomato fish and chicken a la Kiev. Sorry, chef, there are two and not one.
Tomato fish and?
Chicken a la Kiev, which is a classic.
Okay, you think that so we should come and enjoy that?
You should actually.
Beautiful. Rakesh.
You will all laugh, it is arhar ki dal.
Arhar ki dal. No issue.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken?
Yes.
People like it?
Yes, people
All
love
right,
it.
very nice. You, Sava?
Dal meat. Dal meat.
Dal meat. Wonderful. Okay. A book that inspired you while being in this profession or industry? Akash.
I generally read the autobiography of P.R.S. Oberoi Saab, and that was an inspiration.
Is it P.R.S. Oberoi
Yes,
Saab?
I read
Beautiful.
the autobiography.
Okay, Akash, for you? Rakesh?
So there was this book called, it's a very famous book, it's on restaurants. How to run a restaurant.
That's why you're successful? That's behind?
Maybe.
All right, great. Namit?
I would say autobiography of Sachin Tendulkar.
Wow. Sava?
One of the books would be 7 Habits of Effective People.
7 Habits of?
Highly effective people.
Beautiful. So they are all into that. A big round of applause for all of them. Lovely. Okay. Now, as I'm sure you all are hungry, I'm not going to take more than 5 minutes for question, answer. just 3 questions quickly. Anyone to these legendary restaurateurs? Question, anyone? Okay, mic please. Just keep this mic. You want a mic from here? All right, a brief please. A question in very short, huh?
Sure. Well done, Chef. It is very well conducted. Quick question. Your views on franchising, since you're all heritage property. I know United does it.
Okay,
but
over
other
to you,
ones,
Akash,
To
quickly.
me, okay. See, actually, franchising is a great way of spreading your scaling up or spreading your umbrella. But generally, for restaurants which have got a lot of legacy and other things, really hard to imitate or really lend your baby away. This is the whole ideology. But with minimum items, if you restrict your food to a certain numbers, you can really do that. But if you have your items like us, like 400 plus in the menu, very hard to imitate or really hard to franchise the brand. But depending on the model, it can be done. And I like the word because it is the way to go ahead. Though we have our own company-owned 8 restaurants, we have never franchised till now. But it's a good way of going ahead.
Lovely. Savar, any tip on this, quickly?
So I'd say the same as Akash, that it is very difficult to franchise a restaurant which has a lot of legacy, and but still there are smaller concepts that we do which have limited menu, and we've tried them out also.
Lovely. Thank you. Second question, please, quickly. We have only 3 questions. No one else? Okay. Lovely. I think it's been a great session, all of you. Legend. It's good to see. Lovely.
Thank you, Chef.
It's good to see legacy. We have Mr. Gulati, whose son is sitting here. He's, I think, 3rd generation. 4th? 3rd? 3rd and 4th is coming in.
I'm the 3rd, actually, and the 4th has joined in, actually.
Lovely. And Rakesh? Lovely. It's so good to see legacy being carried forward. That's what life is, that you leave behind a legacy which carries forward. Artists, congratulate and wish you good luck. With this, we conclude this session. I hope it was a good learning for you. If you want to be a successful restaurateur, follow what they are. They are your role model. So, congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef Devinder, and we are very, very grateful to all of you for your insights into maintaining and growing the heritage brands. Whether it's the... To begin with, we will felicitate Chef Devinder, the President of the Indian Culinary Forum. I wish we could get this chance to taste some of his recipes. Mr. Rakesh Roy, Director, El Chico Hotels and Restaurant Private Limited, Allahabad. Mr. Namit Gulati, Director, Gulati Restaurant, Pandara Road. Mr. Kumar Savar Malhotra, Partner, The Embassy Restaurant. Whenever we will see It's Your Boy Badshah on TV, Badshah will always remind us of Mr. Savar. Mr. Akash Kalra, Managing Director, United Coffee House. Let's have a group picture. The conclusion of business session 2. Old is gold, success stories of the heritage brands. Ladies and gentlemen, calls for a scrumptious, delicious lunch. session 3. I'm really sorry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a request to all the students out there that there are 4 exits in this hall, and those 2 exits right in front of me are dedicated specially for all the students. So you are requested to go out. You can exit from those 2 exits, and all the delegates will use these 2 exits. Thank you so much. Please have good lunch and network amazingly during it. And in next 30 minutes, we will see each other. Here we will reconvene. Kudos to everyone. And we would like to thank Chef Davinder Kumar for moderating the session so well. It was really please help me inviting on the very stage Mr. Shubho Jyoti Ganguly. Sir is the CEO for Nestafer. Let's give him a huge round of applause. A very warm welcome on behalf of HRA and I. Over to you.
Hello everyone. Hi. Atithi Devo Bhava. We all of us have heard this saying in numerous times. This one line sums up the peak of Indian hospitality, which roughly translates to guest is God. But over the past decade, we have seen so many innovations come up in the booking space. We have seen Airbnbs, we have seen Booking.coms, Yatras, and Make My Trip. But what have we really innovated in the hospitality space? Where is our Atithi Devo Bhava? That's what we are solving. We as a company in Nestafar, we aim to upgrade the hospitality experience of hotels by creating a vendor ecosystem and an internal ecosystem and giving their guests the opportunity to access this ecosystem through a QR code-based solution. Now, before we understand the core features of Nestafar, let us first try to understand the problems in the current hospitality space. Just a second. The first problem which an average tourist faces when they check into a hotel is discovery. We have platforms like Booking.com, Airbnb, which enables guests to search and filter based on location, based on their budget, based on the amenities they want. They can finalize on which property they want to visit from these platforms. But what happens after they check into the property? Where do they eat? Where do they book the nearest taxi? How do they avail a tourism service? What are the nearby places to visit? There are so many questions that are left unanswered. Who does the guest rely on? The guest relies on Google, on TripAdvisor, on multiple other platforms. But none of these are comprehensive. These are informational services at the very best. The best person who is in a position to guide the guest is the stay owner. The stay owner is a local person. He knows what is available nearby, which restaurant is there nearby, what is a good place to visit, what is the sunset point, when to visit the sunset point. All of this information is right there at the fingertips of the stay owner. What if we can expose this information in a tech-enabled way and provide this experience to the guest? Now currently there are certain properties who have solved this problem by providing a WhatsApp-based menu, a PDF of the local restaurant. They send the contact details of the taxi driver over WhatsApp and ask the guests to book themselves. That is currently ongoing right now. But that presents another new challenge. That presents us with the challenge of accessibility. Now let's say you give all the information to the guests. Now they have to go to a restaurant which accepts cards. They will pay by card. When they are visiting a local shop, they will accept cash. So guest has to carry a cash as well. Now if they are booking a taxi service, they need to call the taxi driver and communicate with them. There is a problem of communication barrier, a linguistic barrier. There are so many of my friends from Bangalore, from Chennai, they want to visit Manali, but they are afraid of going there because of the language barrier. The language barrier is such a big constraint even for foreigners. What if we can dissolve all of this away in a tech-enabled fashion where they can avail all these services through an app which gives them a seamless access under the umbrella of the hotel to access the entire services provided by the ecosystem and pay by a single method and have a single point of contact who manages the entire experience for them. Now the only solution for this currently is when hotels upgrade their hospitality by investing in concierge services. Many hotels who have the capital, who have the funds, they can invest, let's say, in an in-house restaurant, in a cafe, in their self-tourism service, in multiple other services. That presents us with the second challenge of management. When multiple guests are ordering different types of services to the same hotel, the front desk is overwhelmed with so many requests that they don't have a way to service it right now. Even small in-house orders are actually managed by some paper-based billing system. We have a PMS system which takes care of the check-in part, which takes care of your accounting, but what is the system which takes care of the hospitality? There is nothing less such. So that's why we have come up with Nestafar's smart hospitality concept. Here under this concept, the stay owner has a partner app through which they create an internal ecosystem. The internal ecosystem consists of all the services that are currently provided by the property. They list all of these services in their side of the app. Any service which is not provided by that property, they do not need to invest additional capital in building that service. Rather, they can create a vendor network of external service providers, create a commission pyramid out of those vendor networks, and expose all these services directly through a QR code to the guest. So when the guest checks into the property, they can scan the QR code directly from their room, avail services from within the property, from outside the property, from multiple places, and everything is managed by the stay owner. It is all accounted in their room running bill, which they will pay at checkout through the card and all the accepted payment methods which the property accepts. So now, using the internal ecosystem and the vendor ecosystem combined, a stay is upgrading their entire hospitality experience for the guest. So now when a guest visits such a stay, he gets food at any time of the day, even though the stay is not having an in-house restaurant or maybe not a 24/7 in-house restaurant. They can still avail services. They can avail local shops, items, local souvenirs. They can buy directly from the QR code. They can have laundry, rentals, rent a bike, scooter, avail tourism services. Sky is the limit with this application. You can build n number of applications through the framework that we have built around the post-check-in hospitality space. So now, this is how we are solving the first problem of the guest, discoverability. We are solving discoverability by listing curated service. Now the stay owner is in control which services to offer, which services not to offer. As you can see in the slide, there are two screenshots, one of the partner app, which is owned by the hotels, and the other is a guest side of the app, which they will scan the QR code and access this app. So as you can see in the partner app, there are two restaurants, Muhammad Ali Foods and JJ Restaurant. Now, this is a live example of a property in Ooty who are using this system. So Muhammad Ali Foods provides home food based items, but it takes a longer time to deliver, 40 minutes to 1 hour. So when a family crowd comes to the system, they order from that Muhammad Ali Foods, and then when a business traveler comes, they order from the JJ Restaurant. But in either case, the guest is unable to see which partner it's coming from. The entire partner network is hidden from the guests. So from the guest point of view, if you see the guest screen, it is just a set of food items. They can add to the cart and order from that. Nestafar manages the system of routing these orders to multiple vendors, to your in-house kitchen, to multiple stakeholders in the entire ecosystem. There are 3 steps basically to onboard onto this process. You have to digitize all your in-house services. Whatever services are not in your in-house system, you can create your vendor network and create an external system out of that. And third is, you'll have to basically set up the QR code standees in every room. And all these 3 steps are done by our team as a part of the onboarding process, whenever any property onboards onto the Nestafar system. On top of that, we also integrate with ERP and your PMS system, so everything is seamless as it is. Your guest comes, scans the QR code, you manage the orders from your side of the app, and that's it. Your guest gets an upgraded hospitality experience. The second problem which we mentioned was order management and the accessibility challenge. So how we are solving this is basically the partner app will have an interface where a stay owner on the go can manage all these requests. Even if it's coming from different vendors, whether it's coming from your in-house kitchen, multiple stakeholders can be involved, and all of this can be managed by the partner app itself. So you don't need to have a separate person who has to be trained on computers, and you put them on a reception desk, and they are managing the software for you. No need of all that. That's a thing of the past. This is the age of mobile. Everything can be done on mobile. So your manager who is managing multiple properties, let's say, he'll have the app on their phone. They can just get notifications of which order is coming from whom, and they just need to follow up and fulfill the service automatically on the go. So not just management, we are also enabling communication with multiple stakeholders. Since multiple stakeholders are involved, there is a problem of communication gaps. Let's say a guest has placed an order, but the order has not received by the vendor. Or let's say the vendor has some item is not available. So there is a constant need for communication between the stakeholders. So our interface, if you can see, it has options to basically call each item, send messages across the network and communicate with the stakeholders, so the guest experience is not hampered. As you can see in the partner side of the hotel side of the app, there is a drop down where you can see food, laundry, rentals, multiple services, and all of these services are kind of have its own section and have its own features. And all of this can be managed, like I said, on the go. And at the same time, there is you can see the screenshot from the guest side. They also have a clear, transparent billing on their side of the app. They know what is the running bill for their room till date. Day by day, it is shown in a timeline fashion. So when they are checking out, they are not surprised with a big bill, or they are not surprised, okay, these are things which I have not ordered. How did this come here? All of these things will not happen, because there is always a constant link of transparency between the guest and the hotel. Now this solves a very big problem. When guest is ordering from the QR code, they do not need to search for restaurants, which is a very big challenge. I can order, like when I'm using Zomato or Swiggy, I can order that from my hometown. I know which restaurant is good. I know which is bad. I know what food I like. I know I like burgers. I know I don't like biryani of this place. But when I'm visiting a new place, it's totally unknown territory for me. I don't know which restaurant is good. I don't know what to order from there. I will open Zomato, I will see a list of 100 restaurants, but I am basically pained with the problem of choice. How do I make that choice in an unknown place? This is where a stay owner knows their guests. They know whether I have corporate travelers, whether I have foreign guests coming, whether I have local people coming. Based on their understanding of the guests, they can curate this menu for them. That eliminates the problem of choice from the guest perspective. They can just scan the QR code, look at the items, and order from there. And the final piece is, this entire ecosystem is completely owned by the stay owner. Guest has absolutely no visibility into where the order is coming from, what is the actual price of items, or where it is redirecting to. From the guest point of view, everything is provided by the stay. That gives complete ownership for the hotels to optimize and tune their ecosystem based on their needs. So they have, let's say, a work, as you can see in the two screenshots there, one shows that you can hide a partner whenever you want. Let's say a partner is not good enough. They are not serving quality food for your guest. You can hide the partner. Guests will not even know this thing, that they will only see some of the items from their menu have disappeared. That's it. They can open, hide, not just hide and show. They can set up basically, as you can see, working days and working hours feature also. So they can list one particular restaurant items for the breakfast. They can list another item for lunch, another restaurant for dinner. From the guest point of view, they are seeing different menus at different times of the day when they are scanning the QR code. It is appearing to be a 24/7 in-house restaurant service, but from the stay owner point of view, all of this is managed through a vendor network, through an ecosystem, and which comprises of their internal ecosystem and their external ecosystem. Now here we are solving all these three problems. We are solving the problem of discoverability, we are solving the problem of accessibility, and we are also helping the stay owners manage so many requests through a seamless mobile app in a very seamless fashion. That's about Nestafar. I'm the founder of Nestafar. We are basically running a POC and we are trying to onboard as many properties as possible onto our free trial. You can visit our stall, H1513, to see a complete product demo and how we can tune this app and this entire ecosystem for your property specifically. That will give you a complete understanding of how to use Nestafar and how it can benefit you. Please do visit our stall. That's it from my side. I'm Shubhajyoti. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ganguly. And I think that after listening to him, it sounds that comprehension on in-house services will become very easy. And if you want to have so, please contact Nestafar. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to begin our concluding session for the third HRANI Convention. And I want you all to get ready, and we'll also request the students sitting backside, please pay attention, because this is the session which will, of course, will prove to be very, very useful for all of you in future. The session is all about global trends in housekeeping. Global trends in housekeeping. Housekeeping, as we all know, that is an integral part of the hospitality experience, ensuring comfort and cleanliness for the guests. The session will explore the latest trends, technologies, and practices shaping the future of housekeeping. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the session will be moderated by Mr. Sanjay Kaushik, Senior Regional Director, Operations South Asia, Radisson Hotel Group. Keep applauding as we are welcoming the moderator, sir, followed by the name of the panelists. Miss Vanita Arora, Corporate Director, Housekeeping, The Park. Mr. Udit Mittal, Executive Housekeeper, Taj Mahal. Miss Namrata Marwaha, Consultant and Ex-Corporate Housekeeper, Leela Palace. Dr. Sharda Sharma,